Afternoons
on ABC Radio.
Very good afternoon. Lovely to have your company. James O'Loughlin with you on ABC Local Radio. No one likes to think about dying, but we all will. And when we do, we'll leave stuff, right? And the old days was pretty simple. You'd leave all your stuff to someone and be up to them what they did with it. Now, a lot of your stuff is in the cloud, right? Photos, work, emails, I guess, are they in the cloud? They're somewhere? All sorts of things, stuff you've written. What happens to your digital legacy? Well, Dr. Ritesh Chugh, Associate Professor in Information and Communication Technologies in the School of Engineering and Technology at Chugh University, has given this some thought, and it joins us to tell us about it. G'day, Ritesh.
G'day, James.
So the reason you started thinking about this is somewhat sad, isn't it? Tell us about it.
It is sad. In fact, what got me thinking about this whole idea is a few years ago, a friend of mine passed away, and he still sits in my Facebook friend list. And Facebook every year on his birthday sends me a reminder to wish him on his birthday. And every year that message comes, I wonder why doesn't Facebook or other platforms do something to assist in this whole process and enable people who are living to plan their digital legacy. Now, fortunately, the platforms have come on board. Social media platforms such as Facebook and Google and Instagram are doing or offering a lot of functionality that can help in digital legacy planning. So,
well, why don't we run through some of the main platforms and some of the main places that stuff might be, and you can let us know what the various different things allow to happen after death. So what about Apple?
So Apple has recently, in December, they introduced something called legacy contacts. So what that allows us to do is we're able to choose trusted people who will access our account after death. But however, to do that, in our Apple account, we have to nominate a person. And then upon approval, the legacy contact or the person we have nominated will have up to 3 years to view all our content and make decisions about what happens to our data.
Okay, so I could go into Apple settings now and nominate someone now, could I?
Absolutely, yes. Okay. There's very simple steps to add a legacy contact for your Apple ID.
So if Apple does it, I'm presuming Google does it?
Google does it too. Absolutely, Google does it. Google has something called an inactive account manager. So if you go to their functionality and look for inactive account manager, you can make a plan for your digital legacy. Google actually allows us to set a waiting period, which is between 3 to 18 months, after which it sends out automated messages to people we've nominated, and those people can those people can then decide what they'd like to do with our data. And ultimately, we can also tell Google to delete our inactive account, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, similarly, James, Facebook also offers similar functionality.
And that probably means Instagram does too?
Yes, absolutely, because Facebook owns Instagram, so the memorialization functionality of Facebook and Instagram are very similar.
What about Twitter and LinkedIn?
Twitter does not currently have a way to memorialize an account. However, an authorized person or a family member of a deceased can contact Twitter to have their account deactivated. But in order to do that, they have to provide a copy of their own ID and a copy of the deceased's death certificate. Now, unfortunately, James, Microsoft does not offer similar functionality at all. So there is no way of nominating a next of kin in Microsoft who can access your account later. And unfortunately, all Microsoft accounts are closed after 2 years of inactivity. Now, that's a problem.
Is that a problem?
Because you could have important data in your Microsoft account.
Yeah, right.
It could be your emails, for example.
Right. So if I die, no one else can get to them unless they can somehow find my password. And then after 2 years, whatever is there will be gone.
Absolutely. And that's why having a good digital legacy plan will give your loved ones peace of mind after your passing.
And I guess this is only going to become a bigger issue, isn't it? I mean, we think about the stuff we keep in the cloud now, but the trend is only one way. We're going to keep more and more stuff up there, I presume.
Absolutely. See, we need to consider all our digital assets, James. Now, when I say digital assets, it could be our online books. We purchase a lot of online books. We pay for online movies. Now, I understand when we pay for an online movie, the movie is not our property. However, we still have access to it. I mean, consider all the VHS tapes that we used to have in the past.
Yeah.
Some of us still have those tapes. So it's the same in a digital environment also, because we have downloaded lots of electronic books. Obviously, we're paying money for those books. We also pay for subscriptions, cloud-based subscriptions such as Netflix. So if a person has passed away, what happens? The money still keeps being deducted from an account.
Yeah, right.
And our PayPal accounts. Now, PayPal accounts are really, some of us have money in our PayPal accounts.
Mm.
What happens to that? So we really have to give good thought.
So what would happen to Netflix, Binge, Stan, et cetera, there's, a new one every couple of months. What would happen with those direct debits? I presume it would rely on the executor kind of emailing them and saying, shut this account, so-and-so's dead.
Absolutely. So that's why a digital legacy plan is important. And in drawing up your plan, my suggestion really is that, firstly, people should make a list of all their digital assets, which includes their online accounts. Look for the legacy planning features of every online service, some which I've just outlined, such as Google, Facebook, and so forth. Make a plan, write down your digital legacy details, and in doing so, you need to outline how you want the online accounts to be handled.
Mm.
Share, and finally, you could also share these details with a trusted family member or a friend who becomes your digital executor. And also update the digital legacy plan regularly.
And any lawyers listening, it should be in, you should put it in the template of your wills. They have a template that they adjust to the specific needs of someone. Just if you do wills for people, just put it on the checklist, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. You can actually specify a digital executor in your physical will.
Yeah, great. Look, that's very interesting. Thank you very much, Ritesh.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
All the best. Dr. Ritesh Chugh, Associate Professor in Information and Communications Technology in the School of Engineering and Technology at CQ University. Sue's on the line. Sue?
Good afternoon.
Hi, what do you want to tell us?
This really sort of comes home to me. I'm a granny from Ulladulla. I have had a similar age relative die about 5 years ago. I don't know whether she set up the legacy people to be in charge of her account, but if she did, they have not activated it, because each of us likes to visit her page every now and then and put a little message on, missing you, Polly, I really needed you today.
Isn't that nice?
Or something like that.
Mm.
And then we wish her a happy birthday wherever she is. And it just does all of us a great deal of good to still be able to visit that platform.
Oh, isn't that nice? So it's kind of an argument for not shutting it. And I know what you mean. I've got some hundreds of text messages from a friend of mine who died, and every now and again it's nice just to revisit them and kind of hear his text voice again. So yeah, thank you very much for your call, Sue, and that's a good point to make. You're on ABC Local Radio, Red New South Wales. 16 minutes past 2 is the